To whom it may concern. As you may have noticed by my email address, I am Topaz Lane. I know what you're thinking. What on earth would Topaz Lane be doing in the Latira shopping centre in West Montuan? Well, I must say that I don't frequently visit, nor do I frequently use this email address. I save this email address for use in emergencies, and this, whoever you are, is an emergency. I was walking by your shop no less than 2 days ago on the way to the better part of the shopping centre. I hope that no offence is taken by my saying that, but I think that we can all agree that there is certainly a better part and a part which is not. I was walking by when the window display caught my eye. I was really quite amazed by the range of products which had been placed together. Who would have thought that a plastic duck would ever feature alongside a book about how doing squats is good for your thighs? I never would have thought of placing a unicorn wind chime up above a plastic toy pomegranate, and I can't even imagine who came up with the idea of naming a range of candles Descent Candles. Nevertheless, here we are. Or there I was anyway, standing before this almighty range of goods, displayed unironically together under the spotlights. I closed my eyes for a moment to gather my thoughts and opened them to a great surprise. A toy bird which had been perched on a book called What Does Your Dog Think About You? Was moving. I watched with curiosity as it moved its wing, looked around and stood up tall. After approximately 3 minutes of watching, the toy had gathered an audience of 3, all waiting to see what it would do next. "Wow!" I heard the child next to me shout. "Can I have one of those?" His mother quickly responded by pointing out that he was now 31 years of age and needed to get a job before wasting any more of her money. They left shortly after, and I was left once more, alone with this extraordinary sight. Before long, 2 members of staff in the discount bookshop walked over to the display from inside the shop, one armed with a blanket. They looked down at the products on display as if considering their next move, when suddenly the toy bird took flight. Customers screamed and ran for cover as the toy bird flew further into the shop. The 2 members of staff shouted that they might need a net, and by this point a man from the neighbouring shop had come to see what the fuss was all about. "It's out of control," I heard someone say, with someone else shouting for someone to "Please call security." This farce went on for a few minutes before the toy bird flew out of the front entrance. The staff members were out of breath, their cheeks bright red, and the man from the next shop returned with a net. But it was too late. The damage was done, and the toy bird was gone. I would never dream of stepping foot into the shop itself, but I had to congratulate them on their performance and how realistic the toy bird was. But then, moments after I'd expressed my admiration for the product, things took a nosedive. It was explained to me that the toy bird hadn't been a toy bird at all, and what I had just witnessed was a shop invasion by none other than a common wood pigeon. I tell you, and I don't mean to sound vulgar, but I almost vomited there and then at the thought of what I'd just watched. I just wasted upwards of 8 minutes watching a common wood pigeon causing chaos in a store which advertises itself as being for families. I couldn't believe it when the staff in the discount bookshop said that they weren't going to deep clean the store after the incident. I said that they should be closed for as long as it takes to fully clean the store from top to bottom. All of the stock needs to be thrown away and pest control brought in. All this to say, I expect the store to be closed with immediate effect until it's considered sanitary. In the meantime, I have contacted Environmental Health, Public Health, and I've taken it upon myself to attach my own health and safety form to this email for you to fill in and send to your head office. I hope that nothing like this ever happens again, and I would like to once again reiterate how unimpressed and quite frankly disgusted I am that a common wood pigeon has infected a shop in the shopping centre which I frequent. Do better. I await your response. Topaz Lane.